Let's take a look at this problem. We got f of x is equal to 6 over the square root of 6x minus 2. Now we got two issues here. One of them is we got a fraction with a variable in the denominator. So let's consider this one first. Step 1. Set denominator equal to 0. So we got square root of 6x minus 2 equal to 0. Step 2 is to solve. This is a radical equation. So after you get the radical by itself, you raise both sides to a power equal to the index. Index is whatever number's in the slot. And if there's no number, it's by default 2. So we'll square both sides. And the square root and the second power cancel each other. So we got 6x minus 2 equals 0 squared 0. Now take negative 2 over, it becomes a positive 2. Divide both sides by 6. And we end up with x is equal to 1/3. Now this is the value we cannot have. So step 3 says put a slash through the equals. X cannot equal to 1/3. We'll come back to that. Or we got a second issue. We have a radical with an even index. So let's solve this. Step 1, set what is under the radical greater than or equal to 0. Well, what's under the radical is 6x minus 2. And we set it greater than or equal to 0. And then step 2, we want to solve that. Well, I take the negative 2 to the right side, it becomes a positive 2. Divide both sides by 6. And we got x is greater than or equal to 1/3. Now this is a bracket 1/3, comma, to positive infinity. Bracket because the line underneath means it includes that value. But we just said over here that we cannot have x equaling 1/3. So that bracket all of a sudden becomes a parentheses. And that would be our answer.